We are now in February of 2025. What's going on in the real estate market here in Orange County, California? Stay tuned and I'll go through that with you. I'm Jim with the Bishop team, your leading realtors here in Orange County, California, bringing you the market information that you need to know so you know what's going on here in Orange County, California. Let's start off with supply. The number of homes that came on the market is up about 35% compared to last year, and even more than in 2023. Still down 27% from 2019, but as you can see, the last couple of years, buyers are getting more homes to choose from as they come on the market. So on this next slide, we see the supply that results from homes coming on the market and other factors. We have 77% more homes for sale this year than last year, still down 69% from a few years ago, but more choices for buyers. Supply is going up. And this slide shows the trend of inventory or number of homes for sale over the last couple of years. As you can see, the black line for 2025 started a little bit up over the last couple of years and is going up a little bit faster than we have seen recently. Still way down from historical levels, what we saw 2019 and before that, but more than we've had the last couple of years. So we talked about supply, let's look at demand. Demand is measured by the number of homes in escrow. 2025 starting off a little bit stronger than last year, about 2% more homes in escrow compared to last year. But as you can see, last year was near all-time lows for demand in January and down 29% from 2019. So here you see the trends throughout the year of what the number of homes in escrow looks like. That black line is 2025, started at the lowest level ever, but it has gone up above the last couple of years here in the beginning of February. We are expecting to see somewhat normal seasonal trends in 2025, and that means we start low, peak usually about May, and then come back down towards the latter part of the year. What could change that? Interest rates. I know we've talked a lot about that, but we're still seeing interest rates in about the 7% range. We'll get to that in a minute. But if we get a decent drop in interest rates later in the year, then we might see demand stay up later into the year. But no promises on that. So how did January sales end up? This is closed sales. Well, the good news for the market is that January of 2025 saw 13% more sales than this time last year. Again, an all-time low, but getting closer to 2019, and we're only about 17% below that number. So a little bit more activity driven by more supply and buyers that are looking to get into their homes. So on this market index, what is that? So black line is 2025, and the higher the graph, the slower the market. This looks at the ratio between supply and demand. If supply goes up and demand goes down, you'll see a higher line on the chart. But if demand goes up higher than supply, meaning more homes in escrow than for sale, you'll actually be below that dotted line. And as you can see, we started off the year in the slowest position over the last couple of years, going back to 2019, but it is coming down, which means the market is starting to pick up. We saw an increase in demand relative to supply. Even though we saw more supply, demand went up even more, hence the line coming down. So as that line comes down, homes are selling faster, and that'll put pressure on prices because of the rule of supply and demand. So on this one, we see interest rate trends. So a year ago, we started a little bit lower than where we are now. We went up to about 7.5, came down to about 6.1, and then ended the year at about 7, a little over 7, which is where we are today. That is really what's clamping down both on buyers, but also on sellers. It is restricting supply and restricting demand overall. So this slide shows what is Supply and demand and interest rates, how is that translated into home prices? This is dollar per square foot for South Orange County. If you look from year over year, we're up about 11%. January actually went down about 1%. But as you can see, prices don't go in a smooth line. They go up and down, up and down, up and down. Overall, you want to look at the longer term trends to see what things are doing, because the mix of homes and size and condos versus single family homes, that all can change it from month to month, but the long-term trend has been a general trend up. This slide looks at the city level. You have Irvine, Laguna Niguel, Ladera Ranch. Irvine's pulled ahead of Laguna Niguel the last couple of years. Traditionally, they had been pretty close, but Irvine's moved ahead a little bit. And as you can see, each city moves a little bit differently, but the general overall trends track pretty closely. So that's what's going on here in February of 2025 in the South Orange County market. If you want to keep up to date on things like that, subscribe to the channel. If you have a specific question about your town or your neighborhood, just curious or have had thoughts of buying or selling, want to see what your options are, give us a call. That's what we're here for, to help you make the right move in real estate. I'm Jim with the Bishop team, your leading realtors here in Orange County, California.